In another example of how today's victim culture world that we live in hurts those that it purports to protect far more than it helps, I'll share a small short story. I have a friend of mine, he's a doctor. He moved here from Africa and he practices medicine in BC. He was telling me a story recently of a female patient he had who was morbidly obese, to the point that it was shortening her life and the quality of her life. What did he tell her to do? Well, like any good physician, he told her that she needed to make some different lifestyle choices and lose weight immediately. Now, you would think that the woman would have said, great, doctor, let's show, what do we do? How do we do it? What's the next step? No, she instead went to the medical association and complained. Her complaint against him was that he offended her, victimized her, judged her, and it was all offensive to her. And their reply was, they agreed with her. They said, she's right. You cannot say stuff like that to her that offends her and that hurts her feelings and that she feels judged and victimized by you. He was perplexed. He says, my job as a doctor is to be truthful with her and lay out the best plan forward so I can do the best for my patient. However, these folks have tied my hands and said I have to lie to her and appease her feelings and not confront the choices she's making, the same very choices that are leading to her destruction. That's right, because in calling those out, he was being an oppressor. He was victimizing her lifestyle choices. He was the bad guy. So what did he do? He said, well, ultimately I gave her up as a patient. I can't practice medicine that way. Now, I'm sure she's found another doctor since, but that same doctor has their hands tied as well. And what are they going to do? Risk taking on the association or just go along? And ultimately, she may be happy with the next doctor because they won't offend her. But that's not going to help her in the least, because that's only going to lead to her dying much sooner. That's the insane world that we're living in. Creating this victim culture mindset. And these people, if you're one of those people who believes you're a victim, you have to realize that this system is not really doing you any good. The truth, while it may offend you and hurt your feelings, and I get that, there's times that people say things to me and I'm like, oh man, I don't like it. I don't want to hear the truth. Ultimately, it's what I need to hear. It's the one thing that's going to set me free. It's going to free me from living in some false reality and some delusional world that's not real. Sort of like the whole trans thing that we're going through these days. Because truth has been jettisoned and we are in such a quest to turn everybody into special victims that we have jettisoned truth out the window. And we're seeing the net result of it, even to the point where we're saying that morbidly obese people, we can't be honest with them, and that instead we have to lie to them, pander to their feelings, which will ultimately lead to their destruction. Makes a lot of sense, no? Anyway, thanks for watching. I do appreciate it. Please post any comments you have in the comment section. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. If you're new, you haven't seen some of the other videos, check them out, and I will see you next time.